Hello and welcome to episode 8 of series 1 in the Relaxing Piano playlist with your host James Quinn here at the piano. Thank you very much for joining me. In this episode, you're going to hear 6 pieces ranging from a wide variety of composers, covering the Baroque, the Romantic, and the 20th century periods. The first piece that you're going to hear comes from the Baroque composer Johann Sebastian Bach. And in this particular case, you're going to hear an absolutely wonderful first-rate piece of his. No pun intended there, because it is in fact his very first prelude, which comes from the larger work known as the Walther Clavier. But this one in particular is probably his most well-known and most loved. And I hope you enjoy hearing this wonderful piece by Bach. We then go to the Romantic period for our next set of pieces. The first of which we come to the composer Felix Mendelssohn. And here you're going to hear another one of his songs without words. But in this particular case, you're going to hear Songs Without Words number 1 in E-flat major, which comes from Book 6, which he published as Opus number 67. We then come to our next piece from the Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg. In this particular case, you're going to hear a short work which comes from his set of lyric pieces, of which he wrote about 8 or 10 volumes. This one actually comes from his last set, which he published as Opus number 71. And from this, you're going to hear the third piece, simply known as Peace in the Woods. We then come to another piece from the composer Johannes Brahms. And in this particular instance, you're going to hear another one of his short pieces, which he wrote towards the end of his life, which are all known as character pieces. In this particular case, you're going to hear his intermezzo in E, which he wrote and published as number 6 from Opus 116. We then come to our penultimate piece in the form of the Russian composer Alexander Scriabin. And in this particular case, you're going to hear a short piece, which is his prelude in C major, which he wrote as a standalone work, which he published as Opus number 48. We then finished with a wonderful piece in the form of a new composer added to the series, in the form of the 20th century French composer Erik Satie. And you can't go wrong with this one. It's very well known because of its use in commercials, and this is simply known as his Gymnopédie number 1 in D. So to recap, here is the order just once more. Prelude number 1 in C from the Walther Clavier Book 1 by J.S. Bach. Songs Without Words number 1 in E-flat major from Opus 67 by Mendelssohn. Peace of the Woods from Lyric Pieces Opus 71 by Edvard Grieg. Intermezzo number 6 in E from Opus 116 by Brahms. Prelude in C from Opus 48 by Scriabin. And finally, Gymnopédie number 1 in D by Erik Satie. So before I leave you with the music, to make sure you don't miss any new episodes when they get released, make sure you click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to make sure you get notified when new episodes get released. And you can also backtrack to find other episodes that you may have missed, as well as other content that I post on my YouTube channel every now and again. So all that's left for me to say is, of course, sit back, relax, and I hope that you all enjoyed the music in this episode. Thank you.